Thank you, Johnny. Hi, folks, and welcome.
This is Jeopardy!
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
This is Jeopardy! Here is today's contestant. Player one. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Hey, Johnny Gilbert. How is everyone today? Good luck to you in the Jeopardy round. And we start the Jeopardy round categories with this one. Controversial TV. Canada, Mexico, or the United States? Literature. Body basics. What's the word? And when did it happen? All right, let's get back into this. Player one has control of the board. King John affixed his seal to the Magna Carta at Runnymede in June of this year. Player one, use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus control pad. And that's correct. Please pick again, player one. The Sons of Liberty threw one heck of a tea party in Boston on December 16th of this year. Let's hear it, player one. Good. Player one, you pick again, please. Bastille Day in France commemorates an event on this date in 1789. Okay, player one. Sorry, that's wrong. The correct response is July 14th. We return to you, player one. The U.S. declared war against Spain on April 25th of this year. Yes, player one. Yeah! That's right. Way to go. You get to pick again, player one, and I'll hand it off to Kelly.
JFK won the presidential nomination at the Democratic National Convention in this year.
Okay, player one. You are correct. Player one, back to you for our next selection. If you've got quinsy, also known as tonsillitis, you've got swelling in this part of your body. Let's hear it, player one. That is correct. Select again. It's the medium on which you're traveling if you're in a hoy. Player one. Woo! Correct. You again, player one. Here's Kelly. She'll show you.
When light passes through a prism, it splits into its various colors. The visible one of these.
It's player one. Woo! Right you are. Player one, back to you. If you set some Chinese punk on fire, it's because Chinese punk is this, from the Latin for set on fire. Here's what we were looking for. Incense. Choose again, player one. On a snail, an omatophore is a stalk with this at the end. Yes, player one. Right. Player one, you pick again, please. Unfortunately, high cholesterol can lead to atherosclerosis, in which these blood vessels become clogged. Player one. Good for you. player one. Pick again. The dura mater is the outermost protective layer that covers the spinal cord and this organ. Let's hear it, player one. Nope. Here's what we wanted. The brain. Player one, back to you. Also called leukocytes, these blood cells defend the body against infection. Okay, player one. That's it. Please pick again, player one. Pink, red, or purplish, a port wine stain is a large one of these, usually on the face or neck. Here's the response we were looking for. A birthmark. Select again. This colored part of the eye shares its name with a type of flower. It's player one. That is correct. Choose again, player one. Even Grendel would love Seamus Heaney's new translation of the Anglo-Saxon epic about this title geet. Yes, player one. Yeah, good. You get to pick again, player one. Modern novels with biblical titles include Jane Hamilton's The Book of Ruth and Toni Morrison's Song of Him. Player one? That's correct. Player one, back to you for our next selection. People from the past appear to a brother and sister in Rewards and Fairies by this author of The Jungle Book. It's player one. Yeah! Yes. You again, player one. 19th century author, known for writing about a venerable mansion with 7 acutely peaked gables. Here's the correct response. Nathaniel Hawthorne. We return to you, player one. In chapter 52 of this novel, a boisterous crowd is gathering for Fagin's execution. Okay, player one. Good. Please pick again, player one. Ruled by an emperor from 1864 to 1867. Let's hear it, player one. Right. Player one, back to you. It has 2 official languages. Yes, player one. You got it. Player one, back to you for our next selection. The most populous. Okay, player one. Yes. Select again. It's 90% Catholic. Yes, player one. Yep. You again, player one. The largest in area. It's player one. Sorry. Here's the correct response. Canada. We return to you, player one. Yeah! Answer. It's the Daily Double. You are in first place. Decide on your wager, player one. Here is your Daily Double clue. It was alien telekinesis that caused TV's first interracial kiss on this show. Yes. You get to pick again, player one. She shocked many with her wardrobe malfunction in the 2004 Super Bowl halftime show. We're talking about Janet Jackson. Player one, pick again. This animated show proved nothing is sacred with the episode Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh. Let's hear it, player one. Nope. Sorry. Here's the response we were looking for. South Park. Choose again, player one. In a speech, this real-life VP blasted fictional Murphy Brown for her choice to have a child out of wedlock. Here's the correct response. Dan Quayle. And we'll wrap up the board with this clue. This singer's hip gyrations on The Ed Sullivan Show in 1957 were not shown because they were deemed too sexual. The correct response is Elvis Presley. The Double Jeopardy round will begin right after this. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are, number please, TV shows by Emmy winner, States of the Union, an organic category, book learning, and Latin American history. Let's get back into this now. You have control of the board. Barack Obama is officially listed as this number U.S. president. Player one? Hey, you're right. Player one, you pick again, please. Answer, one of the daily double. You are currently in the lead. How much are you going to wager, player one? Okay, here is the clue. Of 80, 800, or 1,800, the approximate length in miles of the Trans-Alaska Pipeline. No. Here's what we were looking for. 800. Player one, pick again. Kelly will present this clue.
In target archery, an arrow that hits the outer white ring is worth 1 point. The inner blue scores 6, and a shot in the center yellow scores this many.
Here's the correct response. 10. Player one, back to you. Highest number you can throw with just one standard die. Let's hear it, player one. Yeah, right. Player one, you pick again, please. It precedes minutes in the title of a popular Sunday night TV news program. Yes, player one. That is correct. Please pick again, player one.
Woo!
Answer, the second daily double. You are in the lead right now. How much? And the clue. The islets of Langerhans aren't a vacation spot, but a group of cells in this organ. Right. We return to you, player one. The hepatic duct carries bile from the liver to this organ for storage. Player one? Correct. You again, player one. Though this organ has no known use, it can harm you if it ruptures, creating the risk of peritonitis. Here's what we wanted. The appendix. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Alveoli are tiny sacs clustered like grapes in these organs. We're talking about the lungs. Select again. A dialysis machine is also called an artificial one of these organs. It's player one. No. Here's the correct response. The kidney. You get to pick again, player one. In December of 1980, a junta appointed José Napoleón Duarte president of this small Central American country. Here's what we wanted. El Salvador. Choose again, player 1. In 1957, this physician and patron of voodoo was elected president of Haiti, which he ruled with an iron fist for 14 years. Here's the correct response. François Duvalier. Player 1, you pick again, please. In 1541, Pedro de Valdivia, a soldier of this Inca conqueror, founded the city of Santiago in Chile. The correct response is Francisco Pizarro. Please pick again, player 1. By the 7th century, this civilization's city of Tikal in the Yucatan had a population of tens of thousands. Here's what we were looking for. The Mayan. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. In 1565, Portuguese knight Estácio de Sá founded this Brazilian city on Guanabara Bay. Okay, player 1. Yes. Player 1, pick again. In 1863, this Russian wrote The Cossacks, a short novel based on his travels with the army. Here's the response we were looking for. Leo Tolstoy. We return to you, player 1. In 1840, he hit a bumpo in the road and penned The Pathfinder. Here's the correct response. James Fenimore Cooper. Player 1, back to you. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others, in a 1945 book by this author. Let's hear it, player 1. That's correct. You again, player 1. In addition to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, he wrote an 1887 story on the Civil War, North against South. Okay, player 1. That's not it. Here's the correct response. Jules Verne. Select again. Her Little Women appeared in 1868. A mere 127 years later, her A Long Fatal Love Chase arrived. Player 1? Good. Choose again, player 1. Tears were shed when the Teddy Bear Museum in Naples in this state closed its doors forever in 2005. Yes, player 1. Here's what we were looking for. Florida. You get to pick again, player 1. This state has the highest average altitude of any state east of the Mississippi. Must be pretty mountainous. Here's what we wanted. West Virginia. You again, player 1. Mississippi and it have the shortest coasts on the Gulf of Mexico, only about 50 miles apiece. We're talking about Alabama. Choose again, player 1. With a population of about 120,000, Columbia is this state's most populous city. It's player 1. That's right. Way to go. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. Let's get Kelly's assistance on this clue.
This state's flag featuring the Big Dipper was designed by a 13-year-old Aleut boy.
The correct response is Alaska. Player 1, pick again. 2004, Cynthia Nixon. Here's the response we were looking for. Sex and the City. You get to pick again, player 1. 2005, Felicity Huffman. Here's the correct response. Desperate Housewives. Select again. 2009, Bryan Cranston. Here's the response we were looking for. Breaking Bad. Please pick again, player 1. 2008, Alec Baldwin. Here's what we were looking for. 30 Rock. And we'll wrap up the board with this clue. 2009, Glenn Close. We're talking about damages. You will participate in Final Jeopardy right after this. Final Jeopardy still to come, and here's the category. 19th century inventions. You need to select your wager. Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. And now the final clue. One description of it said, its spokes look like cobwebs. They're after the fashion of those on the newest bicycles. What did you say? And that correct response will add...
Whoa!
Congratulations, player one. You're the winner. Good game, everyone, and thank you so much for playing.
This is Jeopardy! Introducing today's contestant. Player one. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Hi, folks, and welcome. You look eager to get underway, so let's get right into it. Here come the clues in these categories. Very, very good. TV MDs, countries by newspaper, IHOP, theater ghosts, and the old country. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player one, make a selection. While pointing the Wii remote at the screen, press the A button to select a clue. Dawes Butler voiced this animated TV hound. Player one, use the Wii remote or press the corresponding...
Yeah!
Hey, you're right. Player one, you pick again, please. These are forever in a top 10 hit from 1967. It's player one. Good for you. We return to you, player one. Pro boxers have been battling under this Marcus's rules since the late 1800s. Yes, player one. Right. Player one, back to you. Tidal Avenue in Theodore Geisel's first book. Okay, player one. Yes. Choose again, player one. Inept policeman in Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing. Let's hear it, player one. You are correct. Player one, back to you. J.D., Turk, and Dr. Cox have practiced on this series. Player one. Yeah. Right you are. You get to pick again, player one. Maria Bello and Sherry Stringfield are among the many who doctored up this long-running NBC show. Yes, player one. You got it. You again, player one. Doctors Lisa Cuddy and Allison Cameron have roamed Princeton Plainsboro Hospital with this acerbic title doc. Okay, player one. Yes. Select again. Dr. Kavanaugh, the first name would give things away, was a Boston M.E. with a checkered past on this drama. Let's hear it, player one. That's correct. Please pick again, player one. We dig forensic anthropologist Dr. Temperance Brennan on this Fox drama. It's player one. Yeah, good. Player one, pick again. The Sydney Morning Herald, the Queensland Independent. Okay, player one. Yeah! That's it. Player one, back to you for our next selection. The Shizuoka Shimbun, the Nikan Ubejiho. Let's hear it, player one. Yeah! Good. Player one, you pick again, please. Avanti, Il Messaggero. Player one. Woo-hoo! Correct. We return to you, player one. Haaretz, Ma'ariv. Yes, player one. Right. Choose again, player one. Jelens Posten, Politiken. It's player one. Yep. Please pick again, player one. The red type of this marsupial can leap over barriers as high as 6 feet. Okay, player one. That is correct. Player one, back to you. This class of animals includes frogs and toads. It's player one. Yes. Player one, pick again. The hare named for this country between France and the Netherlands is actually a rabbit. Player one. Woo! That's right. Way to go. You again, player one. A grasshopper shares the billing with one of these insects in the title of an Aesop fable. Let's hear it, player one. Yeah, good. You get to pick again, player one. This tiny insect pest, Pulex irritans, can leap more than 130 times its own height. Yes, player one. Correct. Select again. Le Petit Théâtre du Vieux Carré in this U.S. city has several ghosts, including that of an actress who fell to her death. It's player one. Right. Player one, you pick again, please. Here's Kelly.
Shown here on the upper right, it changed its name in 1935.
Yes, player one. Yeah! Good. Player one, back to you for our next selection. The man in this drab color who haunts the Drury Lane Theater may be the ghost of a man found bricked up in a wall there. Okay, player one. Right. We return to you, player one. It was Siam until 1939. player one. Hey, you're right. Choose again, player one. The lady in blue seen in this Scottish city's Royal Lyceum Theatre may be the actress Ellen Terry. Let's hear it, player one. Yeah! That's correct. We return to you, player one. Until 1972, it was Ceylon. Player one. Good for you. Select again. Let's take it over to Kelly.
A ghost known as the Black Phantom used to appear in a mirror at the Empire Theater in this port city, Ringo Starr's hometown.
Okay, player one. That's it. Player one, you pick again, please. It was the Khmer Republic from 1970 until 1975. Yes, player one. Right. Player one, pick again. Yeah. It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead. So what's your wager? The clue. Melbourne's Princess Theatre boasts the ghost of a singer who died after playing this devilish role in Faust. You got it. And here's the $1,000 clue. Until 1975, it was the Malagasy Republic. Let's hear it, player one. Right you are. The Double Jeopardy round will begin right after this. Let's see what happens in Double Jeopardy with these categories awaiting the players. A Herculean effort. Astronomy. What the H? Note the quotation marks. Not nominated for Best Picture. First names and ancient times. All right, if you're ready, it's Double Jeopardy time. This wife of Zeus sent 2 serpents to kill Hercules as a baby. He strangled them. It's player one. That's correct. Please pick again, player one. Let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
As one of his labors, Hercules had to dog-nap this 3-headed beast from Hades.
Let's hear it, player one. Correct. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Hercules joined this husband of Medea for a journey aboard the Argo. Player one. You are correct. You get to pick again, player one. Hercules literally took the weight of the world off his shoulders when he needed help with some golden apples. Yes, player one. Good. Player one, back to you. Hercules had to wrestle with one of these creatures that fathered the Minotaur. It's player one. That is correct. You again, player one. In 1979, these were discovered around Jupiter. Saturn has them too. Okay, player one. Yeah. That is correct. Select again. The Milky Way is classified as this type of galaxy from the way its arms sweep around. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. You get to pick again, player one. This name for radio sources that are among the brightest and most distant objects in the universe was coined in 1964? Yes, player one. Yes. We return to you, player one. A list of this planet's moons, including Oberon and Titania, reads like a who's who of Shakespeare. Okay, player one. Yep. Player one, back to you. You can have a roaring good time watching this meteor shower that put on an historic show in 1833. Player one? Right. You again, player one. Bogey and Hepburn floated across the screen in this 1951 film that pleased audiences and critics, but not the Academy. It's player one. That is correct. Choose again, player one. You couldn't drag a Best Picture nomination out of the Academy for this 1959 Billy Wilder film. Well, nobody's perfect. Yes, player one. That's correct. Please pick again, player one. The Academy must have been out to lunch not nominating this 1961 Audrey Hepburn-George Peppard film. It's player one. Correct. Player one, back to you for our next selection. In 1954, this Jimmy Stewart and Grace Kelly starer from Alfred Hitchcock didn't get a second glance. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. Player one, pick again. Driving Miss Daisy won for 1989, the year this Spike Lee film about urban racism was passed over. Okay, player one. Yeah, good. Player one, you pick again, please. Wild Bill Hickok's real first name was James. This was Buffalo Bill Cody's. Player one? That is correct. Choose again, player one. Jennifer is a form of this other first name made famous by King Arthur's wife. Okay, player one. That's correct. You get to pick again, player one. This first name, like that of the guy who married Medea, is from a Greek word for healer. Yes, player one. You are correct. Select again. Answer, the first of the daily doubles. You are in the lead right now. You need to select your wager. Answer, this first name of Miss Marple's creator comes from a word that means good. Good. We return to you, player one. As a verb, this first name means to send mail free of charge. It's player one. Correct. Player one, back to you for our next selection. The astronomer Hipparchus is famed for cataloging more than 800 of these. That's even more than MGM had. Player one? That's right. Way to go. Player one, pick again. I do declare Tefnut was this ancient civilization's goddess of the dew. Let's hear it, player one. Hey, you're right. Player one, back to you. Darius I of this empire claimed that Bardia, the king he killed and replaced, had been an impostor. It's player one. You got it. Please pick again, player one. Kelly?
Latin words for water and to lead give us the name of this type of ancient water carrier built by the Romans.
Yes, player one. Yes. You again, player one. Answer. The other Daily Double. And you're in the lead now. What'll it be? And the Daily Double clue. If I were not Alexander, said Alexander the Great, I would be this philosopher who lived in a tub. Good for you. Player one, you pick again, please. On January 10th, 2010, this island republic was struck by a devastating earthquake. Player one? That's it. You get to pick again, player one. It's the HT in HTTP and HTML. Let's hear it, player one. Right you are. Choose again, player one. Olympic event won twice by Jackie Joyner-Kersee. Okay, player one. Good. Player one, back to you for our next selection. In the 18th century BC, he wrote down his famous list of do's and don'ts. Player one?
Yeah!
Right. Here's the $2,000 clue. Used in marching bands, it's a large bass tuba that encircles the player's body. It's player one. Yes. You are moving on to Final Jeopardy, which will continue after these messages. This is the Final Jeopardy category for today. Landmarks. So, what's your wager? Press the corresponding direction on the plus control pad to select your response. And now the last clue. Some of its pieces, which weighed up to 50 tons, were quarried at Marlborough Downs, about 20 miles away. What did you put as your response? And this correct response will add how much to your score? You've come out ahead as our champion, player one. Thanks for playing, everybody. See you next time.